As evacuations continue, hundreds of Bahamians hoping to flee the devastation were told to get off a ferry headed to the United States.
So please, all passengers that don't have U.S. visa, please proceed to disembark.
I don't want to allow people that weren't supposed to be in the Bahamas to come into the United States, including some very bad people and some very bad gang members.
They just got a call from CBP, and CBP told them that everyone that doesn't have a U.S. visa and who's traveling on police record has to come off.
So you have to take your baby off?
Yes, I have to take her off. Yeah.
As people tried to flee the hurricane-ravaged island to seek refuge in Florida, this happened.
Proceed to disembark.
That as many as 130 people left the ferry, including families with children.
The announcement stated that all passengers who don't have a U.S. visa, please proceed to disembark the ship. As a result, over 100 people were then kicked off the boat and left stranded on the island that remains obliterated as a result of Hurricane Dorian.
Hurricane Dorian slammed into the Bahamian Islands as a Category 5 storm, destroying homes and killing dozens.
Now, in full transparency, while some have blamed the current administration and their strict immigration policy for this, Customs and Border Protection have placed blame on the ferry operator, claiming they did not properly coordinate the evacuation efforts with the American Embassy, the Bahamian government, and the US Agency for International Development, and further stated that if they had remained on the boat and arrived in the US, they'd have been processed accordingly. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does that matter now? They've been left stranded, and you'd be right. On the CBP website, it says visas are not required for Bahamian residents flying into the US from the Bahamas if they also meet other criteria, which is possessing a valid passport, have no criminal record, and are carrying a police certificate issued within the past 6 months. However, while it is not immediately clear what the required documents are for Bahamians traveling by boat, those on board have stated in the past the requirements are pretty much the same. They need a passport and a police certificate, which those on board had. Not to mention that obtaining a visa in a place that has been ransacked by a devastating hurricane doesn't seem that feasible, does it? Especially when you're fleeing for your life.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection says visas are not required for Bahamian residents flying. Problem is, the airports in Freeport and Grand Bahama Island, the airport's simply been destroyed.
The before and afters, astonishing. This is what the Freeport Airport normally looks like. Dorian transformed it into an ocean.
Now, while it is unclear what is being done to help those left stranded behind, one thing's for sure, and that's that this should be one of the most important and trending stories you'll see across Twitter. It definitely should be trending above Chrissy Teigen and Donald Trump going at it. But as happens all too often when the victims of such devastating tragedies happen to be those who are of colour, they're often put to the bottom of the pecking order, such as they're told to leave a boat and their message gets drowned amidst a Twitter storm that simply should not be clouding our view on what is most important at the moment.